Violence situations represent obviously absolutely horrible circumstances, and they represent one of the most dangerous calls that police officers are frequently called to. Let me tell you the story of one such case where we were able to recover $145,000 for an officer who was pushed off of a step and caused a serious knee injury resulting in surgery. One night, an individual well known to the local police department, unfortunately due to previous domestic violence calls, went out, drank, continued drinking way past the point of intoxication, came home and was in an altercation with his wife, bravely called the police. When the police came, she did acknowledge that there was an altercation, which meant that the individual had to be taken by the police at that time. They asked him to step outside, and after initially complying, he became very agitated on the front steps, which was a 3-step up onto a brick step up into the threshold of the home. While on that top step, the officers are engaged with the individual. He becomes agitated, knocking one of the officers off the top step. He goes down, not down the steps, but off to the side, down to the ground, tearing the meniscus in his knee in the process. This took him out of work for months. During that period, he couldn't earn the overtime in detail that he typically earned to cover his mortgage and everything else in his life, and he was cost considerably financially, emotionally, physically, everything else that you can imagine with that. Of course, he's able to recover for his salary and medical bills through workers' comp type benefits through Chapter 41, but there is absolutely nothing that's going to compensate that officer for his missed overtime, missed detail pay, pain and suffering, and everything else he's caused to go through, besides bringing a cause of action against that individual that caused his injury. And he has every right to do so in the state of Massachusetts. We brought that claim for him, showed that the crime of resisting arrest was a violation of the duty that that individual owed to the officer. We were successful in that claim and recovered $145,000 for the officer for the damage to his knee, his missed income, and everything else that it cost him.